Hey, what's up guys, it's Textumer talking to you here, and today I will take a look at Apple's website right now, try to take a look at Intel's machines, specifically the 16-inch and the higher end 13-inch MacBook Pros, and try to hopefully guess what the configurations and prices will be for the new M1x MacBook Pros. And of course, I will do the same for the M1x Mac Mini and the old Intel Mac Mini. But you have to take this video with a huge grain of salt, because although I'm trying to do my best to guess the prices and trying to tell you what configurations I think they'll be available and which one I'm getting, I think that you should understand I don't have any leaks, any sources, so this is more than speculation. This is just theories. Because take it like this is just my guess, my bet, and it probably won't happen. So this is just entertainment for you. This is not confirmed or anything, but I will try to do my best. So before we get into this, roll the intro. So here we are, and now let's take a look at these MacBook Pros. Well, before we go into that, the M1x MacBook Pros will feature a huge redesign, and I think that this redesign will be insane because we are going to see a new design with squared off corners like the iPad Pro, with mini LED displays, with more I/O, more ports, which include HDMI, which include Ethernet ports and SD card slots. We will see also 3 Thunderbolt 3 ports, which is a little bit less than before, which were 4, but now we get a little bit more extra I/O, and I think this is very incredible. This new design to come next week or the week after is very, very exciting, and if you are excited for this, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, because I will cover up all the news about these new M1x MacBook Pros and M1x Mac Mini, and of course the launch. I will cover the event and I will buy one and review one, so if you are looking for that, subscribe and keep up with the channel. But let's go now into the Apple website and analyze which configurations are available right now for the Intel machines and which ones I think will be kept, which ones will I think that the prices will be at, and the price jumps between new configurations, and which computer will I get. So let's jump into the Apple website, and we're going to the Mac section, and let's buy the MacBook Pro 16-inch. First, of course, remove this and going to buy. So you know that the MacBook Pro 16-inch has two options right now. You can see here, it has the 2.6 GHz 6-core processor and the 2.3 GHz 8-core processor. But in my opinion, Apple won't differentiate computers by CPU. I think they will have the same CPU, the M1X chip, according to all lineup, the M1X Mac Mini, 14-inch MacBook Pro and 16-inch MacBook Pro. So this option here, kind of forget about it, the difference of CPU. So let's start here with the $23.99. I think that will be the only option, and the other one will be with 32 GPU cores. But we start here, this upgrade won't exist. So it will, the first upgrade will have this to 32 gigabytes of RAM. I think that Apple will cap this computer at 32 gigabytes of RAM. I don't think they will go to 64, but I'm not sure. If they do go to 64, the differences will be like this: $400 for the 32 gigabytes and $800 for the 64 gigabytes. I don't think they will cheap out on the memory. This is where they make the most amount of money. But then, if you want to improve your computer and get 32 gigabyte GPU, you will have to pay more money, which you go here, the most one will be 800, but I think, in my opinion, it will be a $400 jump. I don't think it will be $800, not $200. I think it will be more of a $400 jump. I think all the jumps from upgrades on this computer will be $400. My prediction is $400 for this jump. So I think it will start at 1 terabyte too. I'm not sure if they will start at 512. If they do, they will probably make the 1 terabyte $200 and then the 2 terabytes $200 more. So it will be a $400 up jump for the second tier option if they did start at 512. But I think they will start to the 1 terabyte on the 14-inch and the 16-inch. So I think that the 2 terabytes will cost only $400 to jump to. And of course the rest will be the same. It will have an option to 8 terabytes, only the 16-inch probably, and that's it. So let's configure this computer. Let's say it has 1 terabyte, and that's the base option, so let's not add it. Let's say it has the best, so let's put, I don't know, maybe, let's put the 32 gigabytes of RAM, and here imagine we have $400 more. So My base computer, this is configuration I would buy, it would be around $3,100 or $3,200 if Apple keeps the same storage. If not, if they do have this storage configuration, then we will pay $200 more. And if they are, I hope not, but if they are getting like more expensive on the memory, I will have to pay more. I won't pay $400 more for 64 gigabytes of RAM. I don't need it. Apple Silicon is very RAM efficient, so I don't think I will need 64 gigabytes of RAM, and storage 1 terabyte is good enough for me. So if you put $400 more onto this price, which is the 32 jump in terms of GPU, the 32 core, it would be $3,400, which it's quite expensive for me, but it would be my computer for the next few years, and I can justify that type of money. So in my opinion, this is a great deal for me. $3,400, it's the price that I'm expecting to pay for my 16-inch MacBook Pro, which has the new quirks and features and has of course the M1x chip and the 32 core GPU and 1 terabyte of storage, 32 gigabytes of RAM also. But then now let's go to the 14-inch MacBook Pro. So open 13-inch section, you can buy one, and the thing is, it won't be a 13-inch. I think that Apple will discontinue this computer, the normal 13-inch M1. So we have to go down here and start configuring the Intel machines. So select the first one, like I told you. The other one, I don't think the processors will be the same. But let's configure this one, the 1 terabyte option, because in these ones there's no difference. So we have the same CPU, like I told you. No upgrades there. I don't think Apple will allow you that. $400 for the 32 gigabytes, like I told you, and it will start at 1 terabyte of storage, and you will probably have the 32 option, and the 32 option in terms of GPU, I'm not sure it will come to the 14-inch. Let's see. I hope Apple does it. If not, this would be a perfect configuration. $2,400, $1,000 less in terms of when comparing to my 16-inch computer. But if Apple adds the 32 core GPU option to the 14-inch, then it would be $2,800, which would be still $600 less than my 16-inch. So it would be a pretty good deal. And if you are looking for a good M1X 14-inch computer, this is one that I think you should buy. This is my recommendation for you if you are looking for a very powerful but very light machine. Then now let's go to the last machine that Apple sells, which is the M1x Mac Mini. The M1x Mac Mini is kind of interesting because now on the Mac Mini lineup you have two options, which is the Intel machine, which costs $1,200 or $1,100, and then we have the normal M1 Mac Mini. The normal M1 Mac Mini starts at $699, and it's in my opinion, the best deal in tech right now. You can get the M1 chip for only $700. It has everything you want to: 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage, and has the M1, which has 16 core neural engine, 8 core CPU, and 8 core GPU. But if you are looking for a more powerful Mac Mini, but still cheap nonetheless, you should go for this Intel machine here. You can see this will be replaced next week or the week after with the M1x Mac Mini. So let's hope that it starts at $1,100. So let's start selecting this computer and let's start configuring it. So the CPU will be the same, no CPU bump, but we will have it probably start at 16 gigabytes of RAM, because it won't start at 8, so this would be included. Do not ignore this price. Then we would have a $400 jump for this computer, so it will be at $1,499, and then we would have start at 1 terabyte too. I expect it to start 1 terabyte, and the option to go 32 GPU cores, so it would be an $800 jump. So let's configure that just to try to see how much it is. So let's put 600 and then 200 here to be the same. So you can see it would be an $1,899 computer. You can get it. This 10-bit Ethernet option would be optional too, and I don't think they will give it to you. So it's $100. It would be $2,000 for the, in my opinion, the best option, the most powerful option for the M1x Mac Mini. I don't think they will be available, the 64 gigabytes option, but I hope so, because the extra RAM for a lot of professionals is needed, so I don't want people to be upset with that. But if you are looking for the M1x Mac Mini, which still is cheaper than the M1x 14 and the 16-inch that I showed you, and is still as powerful or even more powerful than those at only $2,000, you get a cheap monitor and you get a huge combo. If you have an older monitor, this is the best choice for you. But like, the best deal in tech right now won't be this one. It would be the base price in Mac Mini. So in my opinion, the Mac Mini will start, like I told you, at $1,100, and this price starts like to be very, very competitive with a lot of computers, because $1,100 for an M1X chip, which has, don't forget, 10 CPU cores, which of those are 8 high-performance cores, which is double than the M1, and still has 16 GPU cores, which is double than the M1. We should expect at least double the performance from the M1, and I'm very excited to see what happens. Are these GPU cores more powerful, less powerful? With even double the GPU cores, are we getting to be able to do a lot more things than before? And the GPU, which is integrated on the Apple Silicon, is still very powerful in the M1. So I'm very excited for these M1X computers. And of course, this Mac Mini that you're seeing here, it will have a redesign. It won't be like this. So I'm very interested to see how much Apple redesigns these new computers, how much of these leaks are true. Are you excited for these new M1X computers? The event probably won't be this week because we haven't got the events. So if Tuesday we get the events, then it will happen the Tuesday next to that. But if we don't get the event invites next Tuesday, then we'll have to wait until November to get these new M1X computers. But I'm very excited. The M1X chip is my favorite thing of 2021. I will buy the 16-inch computer like I told you. I showed the configuration in this video. I'm very excited. But are you going to buy an M1X computer? Tell me on the comments down below. And also, while you're there, don't forget to tell me if you're going to buy an M1X computer. Don't tell me which one. I'm very intrigued to know. And while you're there, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It's very important for me. We are growing. And follow my social networks, Twitter and Instagram. This was Techsmart talking to you here. Bye.